Good morning, and thank you for being here. As always, if you are watching live, if you're doing this with me, let me know. I hope you're making the card. This is a simple card, and I think you will really enjoy it. I'm still kind of evening things up here. But first, I want to mention the Mixed Media Florals class. And the deadline to RSVP for that is tomorrow. So if you want to do it in person or to go, I have prepared this class so that it can be a to-go class. So all the details are on my Facebook page here. So if you'll just scroll down and look at those details, but let me know that you want to participate either in person or to go. This is a really fun set of memories and more cards, and you'll also get a sample pack of the designer series paper, and I will actually be using some of the designer series paper. So they make beautiful cards. I think you'll love it. So you'll do 5 cards and a 3D project. So sign up. Let me know. Tomorrow's the deadline because I have to order all this stuff. So, all right, now, mystery card. Today's mystery card really has very few supplies, and it's a simple card, but it is really, really fun. So you need a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of basic white or a color cardstock, and you'll score it at 4 1/4. Then you need another piece of cardstock, 4 by 5 1/4, a different color. So, you might have in mind the color scheme you want to use, and, the color combos from last time, you could pick one of those. So the 4 by 5 1/4 colored cardstock. Then you need a die cut circle, about 3.5 inch square, but a die cut circle out of white cardstock. Or you could use a small print coordinating designer series paper, a lighter colored small print designer series paper. Either one, but one of your circle dies. They're stylish. What is it? The circles, the stylish shapes, the I don't know which ones, the spotlight on nature, just whatever. Take a cup, a glass, and put it on your cardstock and draw around the edge of it with pencil and cut that out and use that, whatever you want to use. So we'll be using that. And then you need an image of some kind that will fit on that circle. And you need a sentiment. And, approximately 2 1/4 by 2.5 inch in length. You just don't want it to overtake the whole front of the card. And any other embellishments that you might want to use with your card. So, I hope you've gathered those supplies, and I hope you're going to make this card with me. Hi, Kay. Great. I'm glad you're going to make it. So, I hope there are some others who are planning to make it with me, too. So, here we go. Here we go. And I'm going to do your instructions step by step. I decided I would do that this time. All right, I'm going to put our supplies right up here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to adhere the 4 by 5 1/4 piece, which my colors are Cajun Craze. That's my card base. So you want to fold and score, or fold and burnish your card base. Yeah, I went with the coordinating colored cardstock for my base. And you want to adhere the 4 by 5 1/4 piece to your card base, and I chose Smoky Slate. So here we go. I'm going to center it. All right, got our first part done. All right, now we've got our card front adhered to our card base. The next thing we're going to do is cut your circle from your cardstock or DSP, and I've already got my circle cut, but you may need to cut yours. So I'm going to give you a minute to do that, to get your circle cut. Here's my circle. I used the Spotlight on Nature, I think. I think that's what I used. Yeah, I used the Spotlight on Nature. All right, now what I want you to do is get your trimmer and trim about 1 inch off the side, about. Mine is a smaller circle, so I'm not going to trim 1 inch off. I'm just going to trim a 1/2 inch off. You just need to trim a piece of it off, leaving a good bit of your circle. Now, before we glue our circle down, if a lot of wide open space, now you are going to have a sentiment here, but if a lot of wide open space bothers you, if you don't like that, you can take some kind of a little background stamp, and I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it in a Smoky Slate, so it's really not going to show up. And it's something you can also do later. I didn't put that on here because that's not a problem for everybody. And it's not a problem for me. But it adds a little bit of interest, and I'm not doing much. Just a little bit. And I'm going to put some right there. All right, that's all I'm going to do. You can do that later. You don't need to do that. It's so subtle. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is you're going to adhere the image onto your circle with dimensionals. So grab your dimensionals. I'm using up bits and pieces of my dimensionals. I think I'm going to put one. There's not one left on there, and I'll use the edges in a minute. I'm going to put it right there. All right. Now you also do not have to use dimensionals here. You know, there's so many different ways you can do this and make it your own. But for now, we're going to give this a try. All right. And I'm going to put mine a little bit lower because I'm going to put my cinnamon at the top. So I'm going to put mine right there. So get your circle added with dimensionals. If I'm going too fast and you're doing this with me, just put slow down in the comments and I will. Okay. Now is the time when we want to add whatever images we have. Let me move this down one. Oh, well, this says to adhere the sentiment to the card front. So we'll do our sentiment next. And you can do that with dimensionals or whatever. I went ahead and cut my sentiment piece out of the Unbounded Love. I decided I wanted to do that for my sentiment. And I'm sending this card out in the mail this morning after we finish this. It's a comfort card for a friend of mine who's going through a hard time. So I started to send her a card, and I thought, no, this is the card I want to send her. So, and you know what? I think because of that piece that I'm not going to do it with dimensionals. If yours is a solid piece, then certainly do it with dimensionals. But I'm not, because this is too hard to do with dimensionals. So I'm just going to glue it down. And, you know, this little thing, it's tricky, but you just need a tiny little bit of glue on the edges. Just the tiniest little bit. I'm going to put some right there and some right here. And I think that's it. And it is going to slip right under there and go right there. There we go. There it is. And now I'm going to get a block to help secure it down. You know, that's one good way to get a piece like this glued down, is use an acrylic block. All right. Now I've got the sentiment part that I also have to put down. And I'm just going to glue it down too. I think it'll look better that way. And I'm just going to slip it right in there. With that Unbounded Love, you can make this centerpiece a different color, but I wanted it all white. Now, your sentiment piece is probably going to be a lot easier to get down than mine was, but that's okay. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there. Get that little piece down. Okay. So I'm assuming that you have had time to get your sentiment on. Now we're going to use whatever embellishments that you have made. Add embellishments. Let me look under here. Yeah. Your image Oh, here I put, well, what did I skipped over that. So your image goes on. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do my image with dimensionals because I don't want to get it too popped up. But I think it'll look good. So I'm going to do it. I may have to pay a little extra postage, but that's all right. So add your image to your circle. I get ahead of myself on these things. Oops, I just dropped my pieces on the floor. I thought I was hitting my trash can. So I'm going to put that right there. I did the bird from Sketched. What's it called? Sketched. I can't put my finger on it. But it's the one with the bird. Inspirational Sketches. That's it. All right. And I cut from the Unbounded Love, I cut a couple more of these. To add to my sentiment. So I'm going to do that. So this one I'm going to add right up here. Oops. That's where you need your block because it gets on your fingers. And this one I'm going to add right underneath. And I didn't know, because I hadn't made this card, I didn't know whether I would need some greenery around the bird. Let me get this down. So I did pick some, garden green, and those would be my colors. Cajun Craze, Smoky Slate, and Garden Green. And I may give it a try and just see if I want to add. This is the Bow Punch. So I'm going to cut a few of these, just see if I need them. I can always use them later if I don't need them. All right, let me see here. I wasn't sure if I needed that little bit of, that pop of color down here, and I think I do. Let's see. Just that little bit, I think, adds some. What do you think? Does that add some to it? Because I wasn't going to use string or ribbon or anything, twine or ribbon. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, so I need to add this, and you're adding your embellishments to the front of your card. So I'm going to stick that in there. Get that down. And a little bit more, a little on that one. And then one little one maybe right down here. Right there. All right. I think that's all I need. And then you have your basic white for your inside, and I went ahead and stamped a sentiment on mine since I knew I was mailing this card. May you find peace in the days to come and in the loving thoughts that surround you now. So, I see what I did. Okay. Nobody will notice that. Hold on a minute. I'm looking for my. There it is. No. There it is. I'm looking for my silicone mat because I almost always need that. Okay. I did it wrong the first time on the back, and so I just turned it over, you know. Okay, this goes on the inside of the card, and I stamped it in Cajun Craze. There we go. There's our card. That is our mystery Make It Together card. Do you like it? I love that pattern. I love that design and that sketch. And I would love to see yours. I would love to see yours. So I'm going to go over to my group page, Stampin' Dee Dee's Doings, and I'm going to set up a folder. And all you need to do is go to that page and add media. Go to media and put add. And take a picture, put it on your computer, and then add it to that album. I would love to see yours. So, thank you, Kay. Thank you. And I want to see yours. I know yours is beautiful, too. I know it is. All right, so I did do a couple of others first. This was one of them. And this is, this piece are from the Mixed Media Florals. I think that's what that's from. Nope, it's not. That one's from Spotlight on Nature. So I stamped it, colored it, and then I had to fussy cut it. So I spent some time on this one, but this is one that I used the floral, the pattern paper for the circle, as opposed to using the white. So you can see the difference that it makes. And then I did a masculine one as well. And this is using my Storybook Friends. I love that set. Love that set. So that one's using the Storybook Friends, a couple of pieces from that. And then I got fish from Gone Fishing, and I just stamped that on the front. And I think I stamped it on the inside as well. So, such an easy pattern to use and to come up with different ways to do it. Totally different looks. I'm not sure I did any. Yeah, I did. I just used 2 extra pieces of paper on the inside of that one. All right, so that is our mystery Make It Together, and I would love to see yours. And if you are watching this on the YouTube, then please go to my Stampin' Dee Dee's Doings and Designs. It's Stampin' Dee Dee's Doings and Designs. It's my group page. This is my business page. It's where I have to do the videos. But the group page is where you can add a photo. Stampin' Dee Dee's Doings and Designs. And add a photo in the album. Today's Mystery Make It Together. I would love to see your card. I would love to. You inspire me. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for watching. And if you're watching on the replay, I hope you'll make a card. I hope you'll make it, along with the video, and then go make more. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for following and watching my videos, and please comment. Let me know, and hit like if you would, and share the video with somebody else, or share it to your Facebook page so that others can see it. All right. Thanks again. Don't forget about the mixed media florals class. Deadline to register for that is tomorrow. So please get registered for that, either in person or to go. All right. Oh, and I do want to give you this too. One more thing. If you do not have a demonstrator that you work to, or if you're one of my happy people, then if you place an order this month, please use the March host code. It is G as in girl, U, 62, JETR. JETR. So please use that host code when you place your order. Thank you. And I will send you a thank you gift for doing that. Okay, I think that's it now. So you have a great weekend coming up. The weather is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So enjoy that. Enjoy making your card. And thank you for following. Bye.